Good evening, all of you, and welcome in this session. 1 week training workshop on data science with Python is organized by Mizan-Tepi University, Ethiopia, in collaboration with the Mathematics Thinking Foundation, India. It was organized with effect from 5th October to 11 October 2021, but due to some technical problem, it was postponed for 1 day. So today is the first day of this 1 week workshop, and last session will be held on 12th October 2021. First, I would like to congratulate to all the committee members to organize this wonderful training workshop on data science, and welcome to all of you in this event. Data science is a multiple disciplinary area that uses scientific method, algorithm, and systems to extract hidden knowledge and insight from data, whether it is structured or unstructured. It is the study of where information comes from, what it represents, and how it can be transformed into a valuable resource in the creation of business and IT strategies. Mining large amount of structured and unstructured data to identify patterns can help an organization in many ways. Data science is confluence of mathematics, statistics, and computer science disciplines, and incorporate techniques like machine learning, cluster analysis, data mining, and visualization. As Python programming language is framed for data science application, it is essential to visualize data science application using Python to reap maximum benefits. Hence, it is important to bring awareness in a frame data science applications. It is essential to visualize data science application using Python to reap maximum benefits. It is important to bring awareness among researchers and academicians and train manpower on data science using Python programming to do innovative research and project and to create knowledge base. The outcomes of this workshop will be, and the aim of this workshop, to disseminate the knowledge of data science among faculty, researchers, and academicians, to provide conceptual understanding of how data science can be used to innovate and improve business process, to create awareness and interest in Python programming among the student and researchers, train manpower in the field of data sciences to fulfill the growing necessity of various organizations, to focus on providing the researchers and students insight of overall component of data science. Today, a speaker will be Dhruv Goel, So first, to invite Dr. Dhruv Govil, I would like to introduce him. Dr. Dhruv Govil is a data scientist and senior consultant of artificial intelligence, a systematic, organized, hardworking, and dedicated professional with analytical bent of mind, with good academic credentials, having more than 11 years of experience in the field of machine learning, is developer seeking challenges assignment across business analytics, currently working on R, Python, Tableau software for business analytics, well groomed to explore a suitable professional position where he can contribute towards providing effective business analytic solutions requiring complete grasp of business statistics, modeling methods, analytics, communication, and management predictive modeling using R, Python, Excel, data management, statistics. He is invited as a guest faculty in many institutes is artificial intelligence, data science, business statistics, machine learning, etc., and conducted over more than 200 workshop seminar in major colleges, universities all over India and outside the India, like those in Hindu colleges, DU, Ramanujan, GLA University, Mathura, Vivekananda Institute, Professional Institute, GNA University, and many more. Worked in top corporate houses in India like Pamma, Tata Motors Limited, NGC, Vadodara, Tata Steel, Global Logic, Google, and Insignia Group, and more than helping them change the way to see and how work on the data. Believing data is the present trend to life, the more we analyze our data, the more developed being we become to predict our future. As we know, our past holds us where we are or what we become. First of all, welcome Professor Dhruv in this session, and I would like to over my mic to today's speaker. Welcome, sir, in the session, and now you can unmute and you can start your presentation.
Sir, thank you so much. Such a pleasure welcome from your side. Thank you so much. Welcome all flocks in a session of Python. Sir introduced me very briefly and such a great welcome by sir. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you guys again. Welcome again. Such a great program introduced by the Meher sir, Dr. Meher Chand sir. So here we are, we'll start working on the Python. So before the starting, I want to know something about the Python. When the Python introduced, who's the developer of the Python? What is the use of Python? What is the benefit of the Python? So we can start. Just wait, I can share my screen. I hope so my screen will visualize completely. Thank you so much, guys. The Python is a very popular general English language, which was created in 1991 by the Guido van Rossum. Even in the Python 3, the introduction of Python in 1991 is the version of 2.7, which is incompatible for a high languages of machine learning algorithm. So that's why Python 3 was released in 2008, which is the version to support the many features of data science and machine learning, artificial intelligence. So it's really a beneficial for us to simplify the coding. So the Python can be used for web development, server side, software development, mathematics, system scripting. And why the Python only? Because it used in a many platforms just like a Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry, etc. So one of the most popular language, the Python, always be a simple syntax similar to the just like a English language. So we need to easy to understand it. If you are a non-coder background, then you can also understand it and enter into the developing field and the data science field very easily by doing the Python. So Python has some features just like easy to learn and use, expressive languages, interpreted language, class, platform, free open sources, OOPS concept, extensible, large standard library. There are lots of library which deals with the Python, which deals with the statistics, which deals with the data science and the machine learning algorithm. So that's why the Python is very renowned language right now and is a very boom in this. So we have to start from the basic of the Python. So as you see in my screen, suppose we are just working on just like a calculator on the Python. So the line you have seen it's called the by the name of cell. So this is the first cell. Suppose I input the number 2 and run this function by pressing this key. So the output is 2. If I press the 3, then the output is 3. If I input the 10, then it's the 10. Okay, so this is the basic concept. If we go for the 2 plus 3 or 10 plus 3, then this is the simple concept of the mathematical part we have to. If suppose if we go for the 6 minus 8 plus 67 plus 99, then we can also solve it within the second, just like a calculator. So if we go for the 78 plus 34 into 1 divided by the 5. So we can also solve this equation very easily. So in this, we can easily understand exactly what is going on behind this. If we divided just this, then we got the 10.28. You have to observe it. There are decimal number 14. We can find out it. So if we go for the 4 into 56, then it's called 224. Or if we need to the power, then we use the double multiplication and put 7, then it's raised to the power 7, to power 7, then it's the 128. Okay, if we go 8 divided by the 12, then you see 0.66. Again, the point after point, they have the 14 numbers, they will solve you. And even the flow division. Flow division is very common in the mathematical part. So if we go for the 5 by the 2, just see this, the 2, okay. So this is the thing that we need to understand it. Suppose if we use the modulus sign for the modulus operand, so 4 is signed to 7, and it shows me the 4 because in 4 was to that. Okay, if we go for the 8 divided by the 9, then again this thing will be happen. If we go for the some concept of the parenthesis, 9 plus 9 divided by the 56 into 6, and we can also solve this equation very easily. Suppose if we can mention some any name equals to 1, and if we print the name, because if you observe it in the above value, if we try to fetch this value, then it's not possible to fetch that value, this value, because we are not creating any object or variable. Suppose if we are storing the one element by the name of name, so suppose we print the name, then we output 1. Or if we go for the print of name, then it's again the 1. So we are just creating an object or variable. Or what is an object or variable? Which stores some information. It's a variable or object, which is store some information, or a container. Okay, suppose if we type throw is equals to 10. So whenever we have to call the throw, it shows me the 10, or print of throw, it shows me the 10. So this indicate that we have to elements storing by the name of throw. Suppose I'm just assigning the value x element and storing the value of 9 and the y is equals to the 5. If I need the multiplication or subtraction or addition of these two variables and store this variable sum into the third variable produced by the name of x z. So x plus y and then again z, we find the 14. If we go for the print of z, then it's again the 14. If we go for the s equals to s minus y, okay, then just see this, we are observing 4 because the x and y value remain the same, but we are storing by the some different name. Okay, the addition in store of both x and y variable in by the name of z, and in s there is a subtraction of x and y. Okay, so suppose if I use the underscore sign plus y, so what will be this? It shows me the 9. So it picked that the first value is y is 5. Just observe this. The first value of y is 5 and the last value that we have run is 4. So 5 plus 4 is the, so is my screen visualized? Okay, so the element of the y stored the 5 and 5 plus 4 is the 9. So underscore is indicate that we have to fetch the previous value. The previous value is 4 and y value is 5. So 5 plus 4 is equals to the 9. Okay, so we need to understand all these things. Suppose I'm assigning the by the name of subject. In subject, we have stored the guys, characters or string always be in the single inverted commas or double inverted commas. Keep remember this. Okay, so subject, we have when we have a call to subject, then it shows the Python. Or if we go for the further name, just like sum is equals to Python or subject plus name. Okay, so if we go for the sum, so it's not contain an integers. Okay, no issue with that. So if we go for the subject, okay, and if we go for the name is equals to the Python or Python language. Okay, then if we see this, the sum equals to the subject, we go for the sum is equals to the subject plus we have take the sum is equals to, just wait as plus name. See this, the learn the Python language. Okay, so we have to achieve this thing very easily by the adding the two numbers. Or we can just do one thing also. Suppose we go for the name plus learning. See this, language learned. We gave the inverted commas gap between the language and the commas. Okay, so now we are trying to fetch the value. How? Suppose if we go for the name is equals to the 0, then it's take the position of L, because in the Python, the forward always starting from the 0 and backward started from the -1. Okay, if I mention the value 0 and 0 is on the L position, means language. Okay. If I go for the name is 8, then out of index, matlab it's not the language is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so up to the 7. If we go for this, we see the E, language E. Okay, if we go for the name and the -5, then it's the G. How the G? You will starting from the negative sign, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So G is on the minus position because minus sign indicates the reverse direction. So when you have to fetching these elements or variables, okay, from the back side, so negative sign indicates that we are going from the backward direction. Backward direction is starting from the negative sign. Okay. Now we move on the something different, just like suppose I'm introducing the var1 is equals to computer science, and var2 is equals to the information practices. Okay. And if we go for the print of R1 and R2, then we go R1 and R2. Okay, no worries. So we have to put the comma in front of this. So we go for the computer science and the information practices. So we need to separate this this two variables and then combine it between the providing the space between them and put the inverted commas between the ends and separated by the columns by the comma. Okay, so the sentence become the computer science and the information practices. Okay, so we need to understand all these things. Okay, so what are the iterators? Now we take the literators, take the literals. So literals is the thing, literal in Python can be defined as number, comma, text, or other data that present values to be stored in variable. I already told you about the variable which carries some information. Okay, so it also known by the name of literals. And how we can do? Suppose we take an example. Suppose we take an example of string literals in Python. Yes, suppose name is Python and when I recall the name, it shows me the Python. If we go for an integers value, suppose age equals to, can also store the integers value, age is equals to 22. If we go for the floats values, for the floats literals, okay, that is numeric literals. Numeric literals, or we can type the height is equal to 6. So whenever we call the height, it's showing us 6.2. Okay, so this is the basic thing that we need to understand it. Now we move on the operators. The important part is the operators. Everyone understand the operators, but still we have to work on the some operators part. What are operators? Operators can be defined. Operators can be defined as symbols that are to perform operations on operands. Okay. Now, what are the different types of operators? Different types of operators. The first one is arithmetic operator. Second is relational operator. Operators. Third is assignment operator. Fourth is logical operator. Fifth is identity. Okay. So we have the operators like this, and last is membership operator. Membership. Okay. Now we move on the first operator, that is the arithmetic operator. Okay. So arithmetic operator have symbols. Arithmetic operators. So I'm just writing the short form arithmetic. If you can understand, I can share this file with you also. So it's very easy for you. Arithmetic operator are used to perform arithmetic operations like addition, submultiplication, etc. Okay. So the first is plus sign. So the first is the plus sign. How we can use the plus sign? Plus sign perform addition. Guys, this is the base of all of the Python. If this will clear from the after the two class, then it's very easy to handle the Python, the mid part also. And in the last section on the 11th, on the 12th, I will discuss with you the some NumPy pandas library with the regression algorithm, which is related with the machine learning and data science. So we have to need to clear all these concepts. Before that, it's very difficult for all these things. Okay, a plus b. So if a is equals to the 4 and b is equals to the 3, then a plus b is equals to the 7, right? Now the next operator is subtraction operator. Operators perform subtraction of numbers, just like a minus b, and we know the a minus b upper value. Okay, so it's the 1, 4 minus 3. Now the next operator is the division operator. Okay, it's perform. I think so. This is the format is clear to all of you to make sequence wise. So it become too easy when I will share the with you all. Please drop me the message in the inbox. Because the write each and every step become easier if you gone through it. If I will not present over there. Okay, so that's why I prepared the sheet so much in sequence so it become easy to understand it. Two numbers. So it will be the a divided by the b, and we have the already a value, a divided by the b, and it's 1.33. Now we go for the multiplication operator. Now perform multiplication numbers. Okay, so it's A into B. So A into B is the this 12. Okay. Now we go for the next operator is modulus operator. It returns remainder and gets returned the remainder and it will be the A modulus to the B. If you see the remainder, it will be the 1 because 5 divided by the 4. So remainder is 1. Okay. The next is operator is floor division. Okay. Floor division means it shows me that it's removed the value after decimal points. Okay. Floor division is equals to move digits after the decimal point. Okay. Be the A oblique B and it will be the A oblique B decimal values. This is clear to all of you. So next is exponential raised to power. Okay, so we need to this exponent is equals to form raised to power. Okay, so raised to power A, raised to power B. Now is a 64. 4. Okay. This thing is clear to all of you. Now the next is relational operator. It is very useful operator to in the data management and data manipulation, which will be performed in pandas. The relational operator, because all this thing will be applied in the data management part and the descriptive statistics in further when you move on data science and machine learning. Okay. So what is the relational operator? I am simply right is the RO, which is really easy for you. Am I right? So RO are used to compare the values. And we can compare. Suppose the first is double equals to means we need only this equal to turn to if A equal to B. Okay, then A double equals to B. Okay. Now suppose if A is equals to B, we know the A and B values 5 and 4. If not, then we can reassign the value again. A is equals to the 5 and B is equals to the 4. If we see this, it means the false because these both values are not equal. Okay. Now the second is explanatory sign with equal. It's indicate that the not equal return if A is not is not if A is not equals to B, if A is not equal to B. Okay, so that is exclamatory sign equals to B. So A exclamatory sign is equals to B, then it's 2 because A 4 and 5. Okay, and the third is greater than is greater than than true if A is and B. Okay, so A is greater than the B, and then we have to do simple. A is greater than the B, then it's say true. Yes. Okay. The next relation operator is greater than equals to. Returns true if A is greater than A is equal to B. Okay. So yes, we have to the B, and it's 2. Okay. So same with the less than sign. Okay. And the next sign is the uh, greater than, less than, equals to. Now it's clear. We can use this. Now we move on to some other operator which is known by the name of logical operator. Now we have already completed. No, before that we have the assignment operator. It is very important also. Assignment operators. Okay. Assignment operator is used to assigning the values. We are already assigning the values, okay, to a variables. Name equals to Python. Remember that first part, starting part, the variables. Okay. So the first part is equals to. What is equals to is assign the values from side friends to left side. How A is equals to B. And if A is equals to the 5, B is equals to the 4, and A equals to the B is, now we see the A is 4. Now see this value, A become 4 and B is 4. Now we can assigning the B value into the A. That's why A is equals to the B. Okay. Now the next is plus equals to, which is known as the add two numbers. Guys, I hope so. This will be clear, all these things, all this statement, all these functions. Okay, thank you so much. Assign the result to left operands. Okay, that is A plus equals to B. Okay, so we have know the value A equals to the 5 and B equals to the 4. Then A plus equals to B. A and B is equals to the, sorry. Equals to the 9. Okay, because A plus B is equals to the 9. Or the plus sign indicate that we have add the symbol in this. Okay, got it. And the B is simple, remain the same by the value of 4. Okay. Now the next is divides equals to. So with this we can divide two numbers and assign the result to left operand. A divide equals to the B, and we know A equals to the 5, B equals to the 4, and A divide equals to the B, then A value become a the 1.25. We have subtracted and B always remain the same, that is 4. Now the next is minus equals to. Okay. This we can subtract two numbers, and assign the result to friends. Okay, so it will become a minus a into, sorry, a minus, it's minus equals to b, and we know the b value is 4. Okay, is it so a is equals to the 5 and b is equals to the 4. To b, and it's simple. A is become the 1 and b is remain the same, 4. Okay, now same here with the multiplication sign also. Multiplication equals to multiply two number, like two numbers and assign it numbers and assign the result. Okay, so simple a into equals to b and a equals to the b equals to the 4, then a into equals to the b become a, then a become a 20. Okay, and b become a 4. We go for the modulus sign. Okay, modulus equals to, so plus modulus two number and the result lab operands. Okay, guys. So same here. A modulus equals to b if a equals to the 5 and b equals to the 4, and the a modulus b, then a become a 1. Okay, it shows me the decimal for the remainder values. Okay, it's clear. Now we go for the floor division. So you know the floor division will show me always before the decimal values. Okay, so perform. It shows me the remainder and it shows me the before the value of the decimal value. So floor division. Sign the result. Okay, so simple. A is equals to 5, b is equals to the 4, so a is equals to b, become a 1, can be in the same form. Okay, now we go for the exponential. Calculate power on thirds and assign the result to. Okay, so it will be the A. Then A is equals to the 5, B equals to the 4, and A equals to B is equals to the 625. Okay, it's clear. Now we become one enter into the another operator that is known by the name of logical operators. Logical operators are used to form logical actions between two values. Logical means and or not. So first is the end. Okay. So end it return true to if both condition are true. Okay. That is example. That is X, and next operator is or. Okay. Return true if either or both condition not. So that's the condition. Or the condition of how it's within not is okay. Suppose A equals to the 30, B is equals to the 20. If A is equals to 30 and B is equals to 20, and the print hello. Okay, and it shows me the print hello. Clear? So this is the logical operator. Now we move on some membership. We move on some membership operator. So what is the membership operator? I'm simply right here in the M mode. So operator in Python. Guys, these are the basic operator that we have to learn: arithmetic operator, logical operator, relational operator, assignment operator. Now it's the membership operator. The membership operator in Python are used to validate whether a value is found within a sequence such as strings, list, or tuples. Okay, we discussed after this string list and tuples, but before we have to discuss the membership of. So example in membership operator is in. Okay, return true if value exit in the sequence else false. A in list. Okay. Second is not in. Return true if value does not exist sequence or else. So a not in. Okay, now we see an example. A is equals to 22 and list is equals to 22 and 27, comma. Okay, so, 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 okay, in this. So that's good answer. First in list. Okay, so print of answer print answer. So just see this true and false. So print in answer yes, and not in answer is false. Okay, so this is the membership operator. Okay, now we move on the last operator, that is identity operator. Okay. Operators. IO, short from IO. Okay. Operators in Python. Memory. Patience. Checks. Okay. Now check that. So how it can check it? Now first is. The is we can check it. True. If two variable same object else. Okay, so A is B. True. Point the different object. In this we can offer the different objects. That is else false. A is so that is not just see example. The example your clarity will be more. So A is equals to 34, B is equals to the 34. Okay. If A is B is B, then print both A and B. same, same, same identity. Okay. Else print B as different. Okay. B is equals to 9. If is B, sorry. Same identity. So print A and B as the different identity. We can see the output. See this output. The first is both A and B as the same identity because A and B have the same value, assigning A equals to 34 and B equals to 34. And if the identity of A is 34 and B is 99, then it's become a different identity. So it shows me A and B as the different identity. So guys, this is the thing that we need to understand it exactly what is going on. Okay. Now the important topic is arrive again the variables. Okay. So now we put the heading over there. Variable in equation. Very important part always asked by in a company in corporate variable can consider as a container. I already told you variable in an object. It's in a container which holds values values which hold values is a type for which that means to specify specify the data type. Okay. Now we are just simply assigning assigning values name is equal to Python. So it is a string type. So it is a string data type. Okay. And sum is equals to that. So what we have to write? A variable without value. Okay. So A is equals to 23 and B is equals to 6.2. Okay, so the first value is an integer. So it is an integer data type. B is the float data type. Okay, so if we go for the sum equals to a plus b, okay, and then the print sum. See, this is 29.2. Okay. Now the most important function is for the multiple assignment. How we can assign the multiple element? Suppose multiple assignment assign a single value variables. So A equals to B is equals to C is equals to 1. Okay. So this indicates that after using the hashtag indicate that we have simply write the sentence. So statement. Keep remember this. So single value variables variable A is equals to the B equals to the 1 comma 2 value multiple variables. Okay, then, okay. Now A comma B is equals to the B comma A. Okay. Value of B is swapped. So in this we have to see observe the multiple assignment A equals to the B and all this function, and we can simply see this variables. Okay. So we need to understand exactly what is going in this program. Okay. Now the next thing is input and out. Is this goes and function is used in print the screen. Okay. Syntax. Suppose example simply I mention the inverted. Okay. If we go for the print signs, just observe in this. This is a very important part. This is the very important. Computer science. If we type again the computer science with some special function or some special mentioning, that is the science comma separate is equals to and. Okay, now see this. We have to separate computer and Okay. Now, if we can want the space between this, then we have to write it. And we can write it and give the space between this computer and science. Okay. So if we go for again this function, this syntax, in the end we have to put and is equals to science. We are observing these things. It's very amazing part in the Python that we can use it. Okay, guys. So now we
Excuse me, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can we ask it to the participant if they have any doubt parallelly so that because I see that in the chat box there are some questions from the participant. So all these questions can be discussed parallelly.
Definitely, sir. I would not read this portion. No sound. Okay. And guys, am I audible or not?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
The first question is that in the YouTube, this is about the YouTube link. Suppose we have a equals to 20. Okay. What we question about? Then a is equals to 20. Okay. Suppose. So nothing question like that, sir.
Okay.
Because some other question from the live stream, just like a YouTube channels. And one question is that can we say this is an equal to 20 or assigned to 20? Yes, definitely both are similar. If a equals to the 20 or value of 20 assigned in the a, both are the similar thing, both are the same thing. Okay, Sunil. So nothing question. Thank you. So now we move on the some data types. This is also very important. Today last topic is the data types. Guys, we observe them starting from the most of the computer languages support data. Data specified can be stored are D type. D type function is used for the type of the find out the which type of variable is this, which type of value is this. So there are different types of the data. First is numbers. Second is string. Third is fifth is tuple. Sixth is set. Dictionaries. Okay. Now we are talking about the numbers in Python. Everyone knows number in the numeric, integer, float, and complex. Store numeric values. And there's three types of numeric values. What are the three types of the numerical value? First is integers. Or continuous. Okay. And the third is fourth is complex. Okay. So now first is integers. 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 Integers or int are active with no decimals. See, decimal point. Example is a equals to 100, b is equals to minus 200, c is equals to the 1 into 5. Okay, so rate of a, b, c. Now see this 100 contain all this thing. Okay, now the second is type conversion. Features. Any features. Suppose example, take is equals to the 10 string. And b is equals to the int of a, which is convert string. And c is equals to int 22.4. It is not the integer value. 22.4 is a float value, but we need to convert this value to the integer. How? Just see this. Convert float data type to integer. Now see this. The first is character. Now character converts to the integers. Okay, string value. These are integers. Okay, it is a string value. String converts to integers. Okay, and C is convert to integers to float to integers. Okay, guys. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Sir, okay, thank you. Now we are to converting the float point numbers is positive. And okay, so how we can suppose example we can take it. A is equals to minus 101.2. B is equals to minus 102.5, and C is equals to the 11.23. You can see the type of C. Just see this. It shows me the behavior of a float values. Okay. Now we can go for some other concept, type conversion, other conversion of floating. And converts stop it. It's not the function. Converts example is equals to 301. String equals to the suppose float. It is not we can float. So convert is a string value that we need to convert. So we use the float sign. But
Excuse me, sir, sound is very low. Please keep high pitch.
okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. So now the a value behavior is a string data type, but now we can convert the string to float. So we use the float function. Okay, by on the a. So just see how we can convert out these types. So c is equals to, now this is not the float value. 120, what we have to need to convert it. We have to convert integer type floating point number of b, the print of c. Just see this. 122 is an integer, but we have to convert the integer to the float. So it shows me the point after that. Okay. Okay. Now it's clear. So this is the important part that we need to convert all these values. Now the another one is the complex number. Numbers. Yes. Numbers. Okay, now complex number by j. So rather than the small, I should want to type into the caps lock here. Y. So here y. So here x. Here part and y is a imaginary part. It's a imaginary part. Okay. Example is equal to 5 and Now see this. Observing it, guys. Okay, so now if we go for the again for the complex of 101 comma 23, and it shows me B or print of, so 101 plus 23 of the J. Okay, guys, now we move on the some string part, string in Python. String, string, confluence, sequence of is a sequence of a character. So in Python, we can create a string using single inverted commas or double. Okay, such an example is str science str minus the str. So now just see this. Science. Okay. Go for the. And today's session, we are just complete on the string because string is just some take more time, 5 to 10 minutes. And the tomorrow's session, we discuss on the tuple set, dictionaries, and list functions with the, some other new topics introductions. So str is equal to the 0 minus, it's not the minus, the dash sign, and the str 0. C. C. Because computer is at the position of C at the 0. So I am trying to fetch the value of C. The C position is 0. I am already told you at the starting of the session. From the forward, it will be the starting from 0 and backward start from the minus 1. Okay. Suppose that we have the string, the str, and is the 1:3 dash str:3 will be the yes string start 1 2 see this 1 2 3 means computer COM 0 1 2. Okay, so ohm is starting from the 1 is 0 and 2 is m. So we always from the minus 1, so we are not including the third part, that is for the p, that is the 1 2 3 is only ohm. Okay, now clear? Any doubt? Okay, so big always from the back side we have exclude the -1. That's why P is not included in ohm. Okay. So now we have go for the another part for the string, because this is a very important part to working on the live data set. Okay, so that's why I'm focusing on this so that you can easily handle the data according to yourself, that how we can fetch the particular position of a variable. Okay, guys. So in this we have to use the string. See this. Sorry. Okay, computer science. Matlab, after 3, we can fetch all the values. We have not mentioned any position, only the colon sign. Okay, so computer science. Third position is P, and after the P, we have all the values. Computer science. Okay. Now, the print of str dash str. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, and also it is kind request to all the participants, if you have any kind of question, you can unmute and you can put your question so that it can be discussed.
Sir, it's my request. Can I leave the session before 5 minutes? I have a call from my office. If you permit me. Only 5 minutes I need extra before that.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So 7:25 I need to over the session rather than 7:30. I'm apologize for that, sir.
Okay, sir, no problem.
Okay, so this is the computer science. Okay, so we str in str function we have the computer science stored. So we have multiplied by the 2. So computer science is the multiplication of 2. So guys, is there any question? Please just we have take the questions before ending the session, because the tomorrow coming session will become more interesting to solve more different problem with this on the tuple list, dictionary, set, and some combination of the data frames. How to use the dictionaries and set to combine the data frame with the loops. We want to take the loops also. Am I right? Looping concept and all this concept we want to take it. So is there any question, guys? Let me know. I hope so. Everything is clear in a very simple manner, in a very formatting manner. So just do one thing. We have also taken some Boolean concept also. Okay. Boolean in Python. Okay. So how we use it is used to store two possible values, either true or false. Okay, suppose example is that str is equals to the comp sign, and if we go for the bool is equal to str dot is upper. We are just asking whether it's a upper letterheads or small letterheads. So we have simple type the print of bool, which shows me the false because it's not in the upper position. Okay, it's in the small position. Okay, now we go for the list in Python. So I already discussed in the starting of the assignment operator, the list is using always the square bracket. So list are the collection of an items or elements, collection of items, and each item has its own index value. Just an example that we have taken is the list is equals to 6,8, and the list of 0 position. We are just insert the another element by removing the first and the position of these 55. So the list is the 55 and because he replaced the sixth value by the 55. Okay, guys. So it's over from my end. I hope so. It's really a clarity and very simple format and the simple way I explained you to deliver this lecture. I hope so. Everyone understand the basic concept of the Python. Am I right, guys? If there any question, please let me know. I hope so. The session is really wonderful for you, and remaining is totally depend on your feedback also. Thank you so much. If I want to improve it something, then please let me know where I have to improve it. And thank you so much. Thank you to listening me very peacefully.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable time. And it is kind request to all the participants, please submit your feedback. The link has been shared. And also there is a column where you can submit your question also. So it is mandatory for all the participants to submit feedback about the today's session so that it can be sorted out if there is any kind of problem. Thank you, sir, for your valuable time again. And tomorrow
much.
we
Thank
will
you.
start the session at the same time. We will join the meeting at the right 6 p.m. according to Indian Standard Time. Thank you very much to all of you to join this wonderful event.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now it is time to leave the meeting. Link has been shared in the chat box and it is working. So please submit there.